You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple.
Kim?
From the pain.
Sunrise, Arabellon.
What happened?
What happened? We tried to take the diplomatic route and hoped they wouldn't attack first. They did. The major gave the command.
Then what happened?
As retaliation, their rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
I dodged.
Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
We lost Glenn.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital. Yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left.
Titus is dead?
Yes. You were bleeding out. I think you said no one wants to party with you. And you warned me. I was able to disarm the major before he got the jump on me.
Oh my goodness.
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened.
And the major?
He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured. We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage.
Titus is dead. How many casualties total?
5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus.
And that's that?
All. You're bleeding out.
No one wants to party with me.
Stay with me.
Everyone's evil.
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound.
No, not Kim.
Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
Kim, wake up.
No, you scream. Behind you, there is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion.
Save Kim.
You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world.
Could it have gone any better, Kim?
Let's face it, officer. It could have gone a little better. You could have been armed. It was my mistake, too. I should have attacked.
Maybe.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornet did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies.
Bro.
His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Shot a bullet into my leg. It missed anything major that would cause me to bleed out. You removed the bullet. I got some antibacterial stuff. Can I walk?
We will see.
Oh boy.
You won't be able to dance much. That's for sure. You should be able to live with limp.
Kim, are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from the major beating me with the butt of his gun. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you.
Has anyone from
I
my
did not see
station
him
showed up
coming.
to check on me?
No.
Is that strange?
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Okay.
I'm sure they're worried about you.
Yeah, sure.
No, they would be here if they were truly worried.
Who treated me?
I did.
Thank you.
No need.
We try and stand up. It's pain, it's agony, we've been through it.
Easy now.
But we're upright, we're vertical. We're standing in our own power on our own 2 feet. We're not going to be dancing or singing or laughing anytime soon. But we have a killer to catch.
How are you?
I feel fantastic. Let's rock.
He nods.
Kim, did you clean the room?
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out for?
2 days, in and out.
Oh.
You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
What next, Kim? What are you thinking, man? We still have a killer to catch.
I honestly don't know.
Good, because I totally do.
Do you? Because we can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Yes, maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Classia, well, at At least she's safely locked away.
Who do you think was the killer?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone.
Good point.
Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
Kim, I gotta tell you, there's someone creeping around. I've been sensing him.
What is?
It's something.
Something.
And we still don't know about the hole in the wall. Someone was there. We found the footprints.
I don't know.
The footprints.
Yes. God cursed the footprints, not solving the case
And
for
there
us.
is a
Oh, diable.
28% chance the shot came from a distance, not the roof.
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with
And
this.
there are those
What
suspicious flowers.
What?
You know, the flower on the rooftop that no one could say where they came from?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case.
He's wrong.
No, Kim. These flowers are connected.
Okay.
You know what, Kim?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crime is hard work.
It really is very hard.
You're not ready to give up, are you, Kim? I'm not.
No. Are you ready to limp?
Kim, I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be.
Good.
The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics.
We're going to go to the room upstairs.
Why not?
Kim puts out his cigarette, prepares to go with us.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through.
Yes, we're on the roof going to inspect the broken glass. Moment of truth here. We already kind of know what it's going to tell us, but we got to do it anyhow, right?
Two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman having sex. A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside.
We're going to
A
look at
cry
the inlet again.
To then, 1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinaise, perhaps.
So we already
There
did this.
are islets there, badly charted as they may be.
We already did this once before. You can see there on the image, the letter A is where we are, okay? And the letter B are 3 potential locations for where the shooter may have shot from.
The shot would have been a small miracle. It's not the island in the bay.
However, for some reason, we have concluded in this moment it must have come from one of the most unlikely locations, an island all the way across the bay, as the elevation must be high enough.
It's not impossible. There is a narrow opening between the commercial area and the collapsed tenement north of it. It's not impossible. There is a narrow
It is the
opening
only
between
place
the
we haven't
commercial
been.
area and the collapsed tenement north of it.
I'm going to put it out there. If they send us to some third island we've never been to, a third location we could not go to before this, and it's some unknown character, I'm going to find that really dissatisfying.
So it is.
The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinaise looking under every rock and talking to every person.
Kim,
But what else is there?
we're going to the island.
Okay, let's go. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
We actually talked to someone who's got a boat.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
I don't love this. I really don't. I understand there might be some giant metaphor of some kind, right? You know, like maybe, I don't know. We got to think weird. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know, like we need. Oh man, who did this? Is this French? What does this say?
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull.
I hope Cindy's happy.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it. Yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday. And blood.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable? You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it.
Nah, not worth it. We're not burning this place to the ground. What we will do is stand right in this exact spot here, which is a little tricky. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe we actually want to put our flashlight away. Maybe we just don't need a flashlight or a bag right now. Maybe we can just be us and Kim, the two greatest detectives there ever were, or ever will be. Here's my thing. Look, you give us this detective. Look, there's Kim with his notebook. You give us this big murder. You send us here, tell us we're a detective. Let's solve the case. And then you don't really give us the ability to solve the case. Instead, you put us in a position where we can't solve the case, right? Because we actually can't find the suspect because the clues all lead towards... Oh, it is raining. Maybe we put on our rain jacket. Been saving it for a rainy day. Raincoat. All right.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
Hey, don't worry about it. I wanted to talk to you about your boat.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine.
You didn't only get shot.
Quick question here.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, we need to go to that island over there.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tide just dried.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back.
Uh-huh.
And no scraping the hull. Just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat.
Yo.
And no joyriding either.
Okay.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of...
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but...
All right, let's try. Let's try and see if we can actually use the boat. It stops raining as soon as I put on my rain jacket. Of course it
A
does.
skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Once you get in, that's it. Have you made all the necessary preparations? Remember what the net picker said.
What? Fine.
SAD FM is a radio station.
We're going to the island, man. We're going. Us and our boombox. We're on a boat, a sad boat, the no fun boat. No joyrides, no smokes, no drinking, no speeding, no skipping rocks, no skipping holes. Don't scratch the paint. Be back in 2 days. Oh my goodness, this boat has all the rules. I keep thinking the case is closed, and we keep finding like the suspect. All the Titus boys confessed. Did not matter. Hardy boys, whatever. We get to the Caluso woman, and she's like, hello, hello, hello. It was these guys. It was those guys. It was this lady. It was me. It wasn't me. I'm on the run. My name's this. My name's that. I don't have a name. Everyone has a name. Here's my name. No, my real name's this. It's in the buoy. The buoy's empty. Oh my goodness. We finally find Ruby. All roads point to Ruby. And Ruby's like incredibly reasonable, understandable, and a terrible suspect. Even though the evidence and the facts at the time pointed to her, it wasn't her. We get to the shootout. We don't know who it is, but all we know is that someone killed this man with a gun. And if they weren't killed with this weapon from inside the building or on the roof, they were killed from outside the building. There are only 3 good vantage points. We've checked out the other 2 through our wanderings. That means there's only one place the shot could have come from, and it's all the way across the bay. A legendary sniper took this shot. Someone with military experience. And we've met almost no one who fits that bill. No snipers. We've met old men and workers. We've met uncouth children and, some suspicious women. We have not encountered any snipers, any true military veterans that It could be the two old guys, but not likely. They're way too happy bickering and being angry about nothing. I mean, we are in it. We're in it for the long haul, the full haul, all the way. We're going there. Kim's with us. We've been shot. Kim's, I think he took a hit too. We've been punched. We've been clobbered. We've had our arm broken. We may have died of a heart attack earlier. I mean, I can't even tell you the trials, the trauma, and the turbulation we have been through to get to this moment, to hypothetically actually find the killer. It would actually be pretty mind-boggling if we legitimately get to this ocean. We get across the bay. We get to this island. And the killer's actually there? Like, we're actually going to find evidence of a shooting, of a sniper rifle shooting from this place a couple of weeks ago. Like, highly improbable. Highly illogical. This makes absolutely no sense. But I'll tell you what. It's all we've got. All our clues, our evidence, our facts point towards the shot coming from this island. If we can't find another lead, another fact, something we can definitively say was a part of things, we're out of luck. We might be the superstar, art detective, super cop, cool yo guy.
Comes to a slow
but it doesn't matter.
In the silence.
Sometimes
Let's go.
the only thing that matters is results. And right now we don't have those. We have no results. Just, you know, we're two best friends in a boat. Oh, man, Kim. Let's think of our silly rain jacket. All right. Disco blazer engaged. I think we look pretty good. Maybe we switch the gloves. Some like light gloves or whatever. That's not bad. Well, Kim, this might be our last day together. Because if there's a killer on this island and they know we're here, they might kill us. We're in trouble. All right. What have we got going on around here?
The chain trails off into the ocean.
Ah, yes. For bringing
As a defensive measure.
from enemies.
All right. Nothing too wild here. We've got a seagull. Got some rocks with a tire. We've got Kim. Oh my goodness. We're looking for a smoking gun. I mean, we're pretty desperate here. Attention. Flammable. Nothing. There's a smell in the air. Some fuel's leaking. Nobody cares about leaky fuel. Okay, we've got some kind of a structure here.
The dry grass crackles under.
Okay, we can't go up those steps. Okay, what else do we have here? I guess we're going into this little creepy building.
ICM. This feels familiar somehow.
Kim, what's the ICM?
Insul Indian Citizens Militia.
Sounds an awful lot like.
Tell me about the White Star.
No, an upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky. The symbol of the commune.
Are those spec stars?
No, that's the uninhabited.
A DeLorean era symbol.
Looks old.
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city, it does. The RCM may descend from the ICM. It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex. A mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch. But not you. You're thinking about...
This is better preserved than the others. You can still read the sign.
All right, let's go inside. So this doesn't really look operational. Apparently there used to be some kind of a weapon they would keep here. Okay, this is interesting. A bed?
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recent?
A flash of pain interrupts you.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
No.
You don't have to be a hero.
Okay, I did want to know about the bed, but okay. Some books.
Books and magazines. Most are soft covers. Popular depictions of man among.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Not that you can tell. You do feel there's something. The print.
All right, what are we missing here? Are there clothes hanging up to dry? What is that? We picked up an army surplus winter scarf. Ooh, I don't want that. Huh, an army surplus scarf. Some candles. Dishes, someone's cooking here. Books, a lot of historical fiction. Found another piece of clothing. This is some kind of a shirt, a training shirt with one sleeve long and one sleeve short. Yeah, there's something weird about... maybe there's some kind of a veteran here, right?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it.
What kind of generator is this, Kim?
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it the kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator. A hollow ring.
Downstairs, somewhere?
What do you think this means, Kim?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
Right, but the generator.
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm.
The wind outside picks up.
You think someone's living here like the war has never ended? You think there's someone here who, like, he thinks the war is still going on. He saw the mercenaries. They look like they're foreign. He pops one. You think that's really what happened? Like, all clues here are screaming, someone lives here on this, you know, bombed out.
Green paint flicks off
the console of an anti-computation urgence.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room.
Let's check the radio.
The dial slides under the glass. Silently, you make out
Insular. This is an off-air radio computer, I believe, used for military communications.
I mean, look at this. Everything here screams...
It's an air-gapped system, an off-air military model. Its circuits are nearly impossible to bend.
Let's turn the lights on.
Nothing happens.
Turn emergency open.
We need to restore power. We should look around outside.
The boat engine.
But officer, then we would have to swim back.
The consul stands by.
Leave that alone for a minute. So let me get this straight. We have a military bunker that was used in defense of the harbor from the revolution 40 years ago. We have proof someone is living here with enough skill and know-how.
You see a small...
Another part of the island. Maybe it is...
He's right. It would be better to open its...
Yeah, on the console. Another part of the island.
Okay, hold on. Looks like we do need to maybe get this generator working. We have an old, you know... Oh, hold on, a doorway over here. Let's go this way first, maybe. A firing slit. Right, because this is a military structure. Where exactly are we? So this was used to defend the harbor. Interesting. Can we zoom out a little bit? There we go. Maybe the shot would have come from the roof. If we can find someone here, maybe we can ask them if there's anyone weird who's shown up. You know? Huh. Okay, what is this? An old medicine cabinet newly stocked. An artillery map showing coordinates. Some fuel.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab.
Okay.
This looks like a good place to aim from.
Aim at what, Kim?
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad.
So
Dear
one of the
material
other
is
locations
favoured by
of the
older
shooting,
men
we actually
for
found
its paper
cigarettes.
filter
Like one of the
taste,
other
sweet
potential,
smell, and added tar.
one of the other potential spots the shooter could have fired from. There's only 3 outside of the building. We found cigarettes like this. That's not like too weird. There's only so many brands of cigarettes, but still.
Could be a coincidence. Or the same person. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside, though.
There's a firing slit in the wall, quite old and grimy, from
We're
years
gonna
without
look
cleaning
through the
by
hole.
anything other than the rain.
Kind of a moment of truth here. Could someone have been lying on this mattress, lining up the shot? Yes or no?
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out.
What are the odds this lines up with the building? Here we go.
A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
We look left.
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire.
Oh,
Cakeside
no.
apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A.
No,
and
no, no.
33B.
Remember the smoker on the balcony? That's the apartments right behind the shooting. What if we look to the right?
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
That means direct center is a direct line to where the bullet was fired through the window and into our victim.
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room. Oh my goodness.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
Kim, we have the perfect shot.
More than that,
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Kim, this was the shooter, man. I feel it in my bones.
cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Kim, I gotta tell you, I'm a terrible shot. I don't even have my gun. I could probably land this one, man.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Kim pats us on the back. 3 small pats. Right in a row. Pop, pop, pop. I think we have it. He's excited. He's giddy. There's energy coming from Kim we haven't felt before. The case is about to be cracked wide open and closed.
Affirmative.
Oh yeah. Master cop at work. Woohoo.
It's only moderately effective cop work until we have the weapon. It will not be, how do you say it, booyah, until we have that.
Kim, this is the break, man. Relax.
Where?
Kim, you think the shooter's still on the island? That'd be insane, wouldn't it?
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says,
We should move now.
Before we move, I want to say this. Kim said we should get the generator started. And I said, hey, we can get it started with the fuel from our boat. And he said we'd have to swim there, which means you could swim across the harbor we were in. Because at first I thought there's no other boats here. What does it matter? There could be another dock, could be submerged, could be an inflatable. But also, you could make the swim. The killer could be on this island with us right now. No way to jump down here without breaking a few bones? Dude. We'll just walk around the edge, question mark. Looks like we need to head back inside and try and get to the basement of that structure. Maybe connect over to the other side. Well, we've got a confirmation. It does seem like somebody lives here.
A strange feel, perhaps. Smell it. Yes. Oh, no. In the still islets and posts.
I mean, we can at least confirm someone is probably living here. We can confirm that, you know, as we have a clean bed, we have food, we have signs of food, shelter, sustenance. We have a functional generator. Like, I mean, we have fuel. Like, this is pretty big. Hatch is jammed shut. Okay, we did get some fuel outside for the generator. Maybe we'll pop that in. All the doors in here are locked up pretty tight. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's over. And I got to tell you, on one hand...
old cylindrical... The lieutenant... There's a red... The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
We have power.
That should do it.
We have power. Generator's running. Here's the thing. On one hand, I'm so satisfied we're about to close the case.
The heavy metal door stands.
Fuel, generator, console.
On the other hand, I am really dissatisfied that we couldn't solve the case till this moment. Seriously.
A dim gold.
It's on.
Automatic boot.
I think, yes. Let's see.
Turn emergency
That one.
open.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Okay. But come on, there's a military guy over here, and he's just upset. Some kind of veteran who's still living the war. He pops that mercenary. I don't know, like... I'm sure there's some symbolism, but... I'm sure there's some, you know, symbolism to the whole thing, but at the same time, like, come on. Come on. Let us try and solve the case before we get to this moment. Really? You know? All right. Drop a quick save there. We got some points to spend. Let's, we are the thinker. We just unloaded all of our points, I think, into logic. Logic at 9. Yeehaw. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. See a rubber dinghy that's deflated? Small white flowers blossom all around us. Could these match the flowers on... There's someone here. There's someone here. No, 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 no. Wait, wait, wait. We can't walk through this. Kim? Kim? It started to rain. But I refuse to put on my rain jacket. You know as well as I do. I put that bad boy on, the rain will stop. Trying to be facing this guy if we could. But there's only a few places you can actually, like, stand. Hold on. Darn. It's like scripted where you stand. I'm going to push one click up. One click up. Same click, huge different movement. One click over. Ah! Maybe we stand behind him. I don't know. Is this our shooter? I don't recognize him. I don't feel like I've seen this guy before. Well, moment of truth. I gotta tell you, if this really is the killer, which I think it is, and it really is some old war veteran we've never met, we couldn't have met before, that is a little dissatisfying to me. I'm sure the symbolism here is exquisite. I'm sure it's just fantastic. I'm sure it's just glorious. But darn, I really wanted to catch the killer, not like... end up here regardless. I kind of like the idea that there could have been an ending where the killer escapes or we don't make it to the killer. And I really, really wish that the killer was someone we've met, or there was more than one potential killer we could accuse. But seems like all roads lead here, and we're out of places to go. Let's talk to the old boy. Moment of truth.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours.
Do me one favor. If you like this video or this series, push like. YouTube channel members and currently the Patreon to support what I do. Thank you. Thank you very much. As I think the deserter is the killer. And man, this has been a journey through these, I think, 10 episodes or so to get to this moment.
Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp.
Sir, did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
How'd you know I was coming? I fueled the generator, then used the console.
I should have burned that console down.
As he says this, he shakes his head. We ask him, how did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Yeah, we did kind of blast our boombox.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating mental illness music.
We like your rifle.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Is that a Bell McGrave? The rifle?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
Whoa, that matches the spec on the shooting.
Southeast Samarin made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
Good question.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Signal Commune. Military aid.
This dude is still in the war.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
Tell me about this commune, old boy.
You heard me. It's good now.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third metastasis of the world revolution in the Safre Empire, extinguished in '06.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth. Damn dog.
I've noticed your eyesight is particularly sharp, as are your ears.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
Sir, we are the police. We want to continue to talk, but we need you to set the gun down.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
Yo, Kim's about to start blasting. Kim gets in one gunfight with me, and now he's all trigger happy. Calm down, Kim.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
One pointing out there, he considers us an enemy.
His elbows rest on the frame stock, calmly for now. But he may still get it in his hands. Looks like he knows the weapon.
Let's see what Kim wants to do.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
Yo, Kim is locked up, man. Kim, calm down, okay?
Put it down now, sir.
Kim with the full brick stack.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Are you telling me the last bullet you had was used to kill that mercenary? We can leave the gun. Tell us more about yourself. What have you been using this gun for?
No reply. His leg twitches. You went in too fast. Over-eager. He sounds like he hasn't gotten to speak to another human being in a long time. Especially about politics.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol.
He's still in the war.
I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
He stares out, his eyes dead and dull.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
There might be a reason to go for war, but there's never a justification. It is never a weak leader that tries every avenue of peace. It is not a sign of fear that a leader tries to avoid war. There's nothing good about the true human casualties that come from war. Nothing.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
You've been on this island for 43 years.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound.
Tell me about this
until the
termless
sea washed
surrender.
over. You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. Let's. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste dans le Monde.
Somehow, some way, he killed the mercenary. The mercenary was an enemy to him. To me, this is a little bit of a dissatisfying ending. The killer is someone we could not have met or found before. The killer is someone we couldn't figure out or deduce until this possible moment. And the killer's motive is so lacking. You might say to me, oh, but Vadd, that reflects real life. It's only in movies and TV that the motives are money and sex and drugs. Okay, maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But here's what I'm telling you. Really, this is the killer. For me, this is kind of a little disappointing. Sure, I'm sure there's some wonderful symbology here. He represents the city or the movement or the ideology or the people, and the mercenary represents the opposite of that and the corruption and all, and he's the only pure one left actually following his ideal. I got it. I'm sure there's some beautiful symbolism here. It's just a little much for me. You know, maybe I'm just not enough of a philosopher. Maybe I need to come back to this game in 150 years when I'm an old man, right?
Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
Yeah, that's what happened. You're right.
A spray of blood from his mouth. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
Liberal reaction.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
I don't think you did. You live in a delusion. Radio shows, speed racing, and sporting goods. It's not real.
I don't really care about this dialogue. You know, how have you survived all this time? Like everyone else, you know, he sleeps when he's tired, he eats when he's hungry.
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Right.
Now hold on there.
What do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
He does seem frail.
The RCM can provide me.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities? You have. I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of...
We asked him how he's doing mentally, and he's like, there's holes in my brain, and I forgot a whole decade. Oh my goodness.
I don't even know what. Inferno?
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult mentally to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. It's disgusting.
Again, we have more dumb questions. How have you concealed yourself?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, though.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. And others, too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
How do you travel between these islands and the mainland? It's not far to swim, we've been told.
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
As he tells us about the boat he uses, he nods towards the deflated boat we found earlier in the reads. Yeah, he's got a boat, that inflatable, I said, right? Yep, there you go.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
He could be the peeper in the peephole. He says he walks right in the town. Nobody cares. There's another antisocial hobo. Do you smoke these cigarettes? Hold on.
I do. They're good. Plenty of tar. I don't want to. So you finally found it. I know.
So you've been
Sleeping.
You feel the dots connecting.
He's
Little
literally
dots
been
on the
in the
map
commercial
he's walked
district in the
across.
basement of several buildings here.
The propaganda
propaganda.
they stored. A lot of our boys did. I spent some
Oh
winters
my
there.
goodness. He's
Never
confirmed.
liked
He
it.
walks right into town.
Kept
Nobody
thinking
sees
of
him. He's confirmed
No
he's
need
been
to go
underground in the
underground
commercial
anymore.
district, the Doom commercial
It's
district.
better in the
In the
ruins.
basement of those buildings. Are
Onward
you
now.
kidding me?
The old man looks across the water at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
No, I am not a soldier. Trained.
The old
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follow the ideology of the commune.
Scientific communism.
awakened from shutdown. The old
His job was to assure the army answers to
Scientific.
awakened from shut. He nods slowly. Then
Okay, you said you deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. Well done. I won't explain it to a minion of capital.
Tell me about this island you're on now.
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
He's still in the war, man. Hey, tell me about this island. I'm not on an island. I'm the last surviving defender of this defensive fortification. Dude.
Mm-hmm.
You've been hiding here for 43 years.
43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Waiting?
Where it's morning, on Rue de Saint-Gislain, people are
Always waiting.
What are you waiting for?
For her to return.
Oh, no. What her?
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
I knew it. He's the peeper, dude. He's the one who's been looking through the hole in the back of that area. We're going to say women will always betray you. Let's try and get him to, like, give it, like, he's a jealous lover of someone he's never met and known.
Women are more susceptible to bourgeois morals. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try.
Sir, I have
Whatever I do.
an additional serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
We're going to say that's it for... No, we can do it. Hold on. We're going to try and assess his body language. 28% chance.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who's spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild.
He's surprisingly okay.
Indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures. You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid. Keen even. Not senile.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment, I think. He is speaking fluidly. He's capable of expressing complicated ideas. He seems animated with some amount of energy. His movements are rapid, but a little erratic.
You've seen demented people before.
Not dementia. How's
This
your memory,
feels
old boy?
No, I'm not okay. I shit.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course.
Sir, when was the last time you used this gun? And what did you use it for?
What have I used it for? I've used it for killing people.
As he delivers this line, he looks us square in the eyes, making sure we understand he's not confused. He's not forgotten. He knows. He remembers. He's not being possessed or controlled. This is intentional. He might not be the most sane, most stable individual, but he's fully aware of his actions and has chosen them.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
Kim Kisaragi, the freight train of facts. That's the perfect question here.
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
Dude.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. This is what you live for. The great serotonin jackpot. The solution.
The solution?
Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those.
Here we go.
No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
Have you killed anyone with that gun in the last month?
I don't want to tell you anything.
And why did you think that was a good idea? Don't listen to me. I'm wrong all the time.
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop
Did you
the
use
ball
that gun
now.
to shoot and kill the colonel? Did you kill the guy or not?
The who now?
All of a sudden he pretends like he doesn't know.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
His name was Laley. He was part of security. No. The fastest death squad? No. We're going to say just the corpse and ceramic armor. Did you shoot him? The one hanging behind the whirly rag? Was it you?
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
This is one of the first times he looks away from us, stares at the sky.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. The scent of blood in the air. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first. Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried... There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war.
That's right. The flowers on the balcony match the flowers on this island. Not only that, those flowers are a symbol of the Revolutionary War he's never left. Not only that, he's the peeper. He's the one that knows how to get behind the building. He would have been here and remembered the pinball company.
Nowhere else. Nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this... Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Classia's bedroom. Now they're gonna come up.
One of the most compelling and convincing reasons Ruby was not the killer was the fact those footprints did not match Ruby's footprints.
You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern soul. Maybe don't beat yourself. Nothing else comes up.
Officer, a word?
Almost where?
No, come on. A word.
Darn it, Kim, are you kidding me right now?
I think we may have this. From nothing to this in a day. This is good, Lieutenant Jeffrey. Well, I can think of one thing. The gun.
Yes, sire.
Yes, good going. That should... Good. We are doing...
You hear that?
I can see that, yes. Remember, he wants to tell us, but he doesn't want to help us. It needs to look like we already have everything.
Really good advice. Thanks, Kim.
Minions of capital. What do you want? Pretty.
A drop of blood. That's right. Pile it all on him now.
I would like you to
3
note
should do it. Maybe 4.
the Maybells. What brand of boots are you wearing?
Everything is brands with you individualists.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Douglas.
Show us the bottom of your boots, please.
Fucking imbecile.
The old man holds up his leg.
The maker is called Sensory. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
So he's got the same size shoe as that individual. It's too good of a coincidence.
The size fits, but not the sole.
Kim, it's just different boots.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
People change shoes.
Racking those brains, are you?
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge.
Kim has truly trusted us with some of our absolutely insane theories, and they've all worked out to be true. We are the super cop.
The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind.
To be clear here,
in the distance.
there were islands found on the victim's window that are only found on this island.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
Yep.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here.
Come on.
They blossom on the islets before.
South.
The coast.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
Come on. Pinball workshop secret paths.
I may.
Oh my goodness, we've got him. The peeper, the killer, all in one. I thought they'd be two different people. You familiar with Clase?
Classier.
Clage. We've been mispronouncing it just to upset him. Clage. Yes, Clage.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
You know her, right? The mercenary, the victim. They were together.
With the victim.
As he says that, he turns and stares directly away from us. The muscles in his jaw twitch as he clenches, spasming.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary.
You know,
He's about to burst.
we've done the ballistics work. Don't know if you know what those are. I can explain it, but the shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence.
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession.
True.
You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
True.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fasces for fascists. Done his part.
I'm just saying the view is perfect. I could see in that window from here with binoculars.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck.
Leave no stone unturned. Get him on what matters most.
Yeah,
Show me the
fuck.
The make, these are not.
the size fit.
Corrupt henchman of Pete.
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind.
So
Seagulls
we've
in the
successfully
distance.
accused him and pointed out and shared that we know the shot was fired from here. He had the rifle, the skills and training to do so. We know about his little pinball backroom hidey hole peekaboo looky spot. We knows about his footprints in there. We know about the flowers, a symbol of things that, if anyone will remember, it was this man here who lived them. We know. We know.
You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
Damn. So many this year, too.
South.
The coast.
You must get her.
I may.
He knows her, but hadn't.
My ears. With the victim.
There is a small, don't leave any loose ends.
You lost, Dwat. You lost.
We're going to pick up the weapon.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. The rifle's in a shabby state. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangle.
We inspect it closer.
4 point. The rifle's in a shabby state. On the butt, you see Vespertine
We check out the
writing.
Ammunition. Jacketed. Military-grade ammunition. Stable in flight. Good for hitting something that's very, very far away.
We inspect further.
Worn. Personalized even. Looks like this weapon has seen a lot of use, hasn't it, sir?
No response from the old man. The plastic cape around his shoulders rustles in a small bout of wind.
We stow the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. Some kind of involuntary response. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It can be used against him later.
You're under arrest for the murder of the mercenary here in Martinez.
Officer, are we sure? We could maybe get more.
Okay.
The old man looks at his rifle in your hands, a little startled for some reason.
I ain't got...
We could maybe get more what? You need at least 3 examples of proof to show that you have him. We have 2, we're just missing the boots? You think he's got some boots in here? How do we get the boot prints? Can we inspect the rifle? No. What exactly are we missing here? Can we get in the basement of this structure? Maybe? How do we get down there?
A dim golden glow animates the console.
Lights on.
The lighting in the room turns on with a sizzle. A dim and
I think, yes. Let's see.
Radio
the dial
dial.
slides under.
Insular.
It's an air gap.
I think, yes.
With the door open, the dial switch as locked.
Did we miss something because we... Huh. Can we not find the boots just because we didn't? Ah, man. Like, are the boots on this island, actually? We're just going back to the sniper spot really quick. I don't think there's anything here. Why do we need a confession? Wait, there's something. Double check this mattress.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like 2 eyes in the wall.
This looks like a good place to aim from.
A single-person mattress and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it. The silhouette of a tobacco picker.
Yes, it all adds up.
Huh. I don't think we're going to find the boots. I mean, maybe, but... I think they're not here. Man. Well... let's go back and just go through the dialogues again. There must be something that we missed.
Minions of capital. What do you want? Pretty.
A drop of blood. That's right. Pile it all on him now. 3 should do it. Maybe 4.
We're going to show him the gun.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your musketeer pistols. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons?
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen.
He was watching the shootout with the mercenaries and the Tayas boys.
He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Seems like I'm holding a murder weapon. To a killing from about 2 weeks back.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
I mean, Kim, I think we have a murder weapon here. Not just a murder weapon, the murder weapon for the murder we are here to solve.
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
I agree.
Good.
Lieutenant Kim takes out his notebook and draws a single line.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Oh my goodness. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer. Say it again, Kim.
Murder. You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
Just like you, he was a man and a soldier.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him, huh?
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights, both of them, him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
As he commits, as he confesses, as he commits this crime, as he confesses, as he commits this crime and confesses, he smiles. Joy on his face.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face.
Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere.
The flowers.
And so...
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Man, Kim asked such good questions. Sir, do you understand what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes. The deserter, Mr. Dross, understands he is confessing to murder. Yes.
And you were looking at them? The victim and a young woman.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
Here comes the motive. Come on. This better be satisfying.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why this night? Why did you kill them on this night? There are other nights you could have killed them. She's been here for months.
I'm always looking.
I'm always looking, says the peeper.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle?
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
You pull the trigger.
Yes.
You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
What that night, the night of the murder, did you not like?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
You felt jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
Kim, I've heard enough. Let's book him.
And I wanted to see his head explode. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it...
How long have you been watching the lady?
I wasn't since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Feld building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have a skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
So he stole her passport and documentation.
Past the Feld building on the coast?
Hiding something in the water. Her passport and tickets to Villiers.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden...
After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
Moment of truth. What was in that submersible, huh?
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
Okay.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her.
True.
Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
Yeah, I thought you said her name was, what was the name on the passport?
It didn't say Clausia in there.
Are you sure?
Why would I need that trash?
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time.
What was the name on the
Some kind of
passport?
It was something. I don't remember. I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birds. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run.
He's been stalking her
the
whole time since she landed.
Now.
Oh my goodness.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
Really? You learned about spies and espionage from listening to the radio?
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
Yeah, we're just getting more confirmation he's the peeper.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
All right, we found the footprints. We found the peephole. Come on, 97% chance we get this one. Here we go.
The secret path. He could have just changed his shoes. The prints in the dust were his.
So you've been watching her through a hole in the wall?
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point knife.
I was really hoping that the murderer and the peeper were two different people. I felt like that would have been like a lot more interesting than old man on an island we don't know about or can't get to follows her from the start.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snort.
Like that, too. Yes. Bending like a bow. I've been through all of Martinez. Every
He just
nook
confessed to
and cranny.
everything. Like, almost no one knew about that secret passage. Not the Hardy Boys, not Titus, not the owner of the cafeteria.
Yes, that, too. The things they did. You turn it on inside, and it gets so...
Those two, you hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you.
Come on, Kim, can we book him?
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
I told you, just like you said, he just walks in, nobody sees him.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the
That's
Union
right.
box
He had a
window.
spare key to that room the whole time.
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her
Past the Feld building.
hiding her passport.
In the free...
Did you keep what was...
No,
This
All right, we already did this
a little
one.
inconsistency here. He was...
I could see
You could tell...
she...
He's the bruises.
Okay.
There's...
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
We asked if he has feelings for the woman. And this is the first time he's shown an emotion beyond disgust, anger, envy, a sadness. This is different.
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
Is that why you left flowers for her?
No, I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child. The day after I killed him.
So you brought the flowers.
Yes. I don't know why I do the things I do,
Neither does he. In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes, then nods at you once more.
It's time.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you.
Where is she? That's classy. I know she's gone, like she...
Across the harbor, on the back inside. He
Okay.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Oh, come on, Kim. We've got everything.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years?
Okay.
A tragic comedy.
A strange, the familiar, but
Specifically because of the pump full of Yes. The fly larva in his container. Not since the intense.
He's
The
just
worst of
confessing to
the
more
worst.
crimes,
Every
things
morning
way
he's
outside
there.
of our
That's all the
investigation.
ritual. We did
the disco hall, there was something about it.
horse. Syphilis is the bacteria.
That
Oh
And he's
my
still- what a
goodness,
key
he's confessing
remark.
more
Yes,
crimes.
it is, isn't it? It's still there. No, art is a...
wait, it had to be.
I did. A needless, sentimental
He's the one that
gesture.
shot the statue.
Yes, shameful. So many others.
You
to
shot the
punish over
statue.
years.
You put the
Isn't
bullet
that
hole in the
right?
heart.
I did. A
Of course he did.
Shameful.
The fact...
He keeps having
No,
disappointment.
that
Edgar,
first against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard.
of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
I haven't approached anyone. I've hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
There we go. So these are the leaders of the Union. We're accused. We're trying to find out if the Union...
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains.
So we want to know if the Union asked him to kill the mercenary.
Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I was right about one of those things.
Did the Union leader ask you to kill the mercenary? Yes or no? Now, when was
20
this?
years ago.
That's around the time the Clears came to.
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I would have never trust a social democrat who let me be here.
They let him be here.
right,
Understanding
so
was
he-
a courtesy.
He
But why such a courtesy?
he really might have been asked by the Union to kill the mercenary. I think he would have done it regardless. Let's see what he says.
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Here it comes.
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them, but he's insinuating something.
What was your deal with Edgar?
The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water.
Hey,
He acknowledges it.
that bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was her name. And money. She liked that too. That Holly was... She was. And she was real soft on those money. Called in, they say. On the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
Let's be clear here. Remember, the Union leader before the Edgar twins was this lady. And again, the deserter here. Real creepy stuff. He's like, yep, she just disappeared. And he starts to smile at the black and charred logs of the fire.
No, that's not quite it.
Did she? They say her daughter called in.
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is. The bend in the
Here we
river.
go. Here we go.
Because she was dead.
Did he kill her so the Edgar's gotten power? Are you kidding me?
Just say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung, fell into the canal grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled? Hard to say. It was a sloppy job. And a moving target.
That's right. He killed the previous Union leader. Remember she just disappeared? That is crazy that all the loose ends somehow come back to this guy.
She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt.
You
Someplace
shot her.
like that. Someone shot her. Or maybe the cow just fell. My memory is full of holes. Nothing changed.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal. If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk.
That's crazy. I don't know if that's true, but Kim says it.
We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
That's heavy.
A degenerate worker state. Goat shit. I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up.
Oh my goodness.
The best
So
ones,
we got a
the ones
confirmation.
with heart,
He killed
are
the previous
slaughtered,
forewoman, the previous
trampled.
leader of the woman.
Every royalist ghoul.
Full
I
confession.
remember him. That
The
doesn't
murder,
fat and
the peeping.
plump. Not yet.
Save the treat for later.
He is better.
All right, all
I
right.
even glad. It's all gone.
The union, the foreman, the previous union, it was him. The murder we were sent here to solve, it was him. We found who leads the drug operation. We found our missing badge and gun. We actually didn't find our gun, but once Edgar has it, the favors we would have to do to get it back weren't worth it. We reported it missing, that's good enough. The peeping, it was him. I mean, we've done it. We've actually done it. You were under arrest for everything, man.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
Apparently he's afraid of this outcome. Look. He started to like rock back and forth, hug his legs.
The wind picks up.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand?
He says nothing.
Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
42% chance we can do some kind of hearing thing.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each
Okay,
other.
full
But
pause.
then, in the middle of it,
The cryptozoologist told us about some legendary cryptid no one's ever seen or heard of and no one can know. You can actually see in the north of the bushes. It's almost impossible. There's like some wings fluttering. The cryptid's going to be here. They're going to try and blame the cryptid and some spookiness, some supernatural element on his craziness. Here we go.
something completely different.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Kim, do you hear that?
What?
What are you talking about?
Your skin crawls.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3. Oh, something big and spooky is moving. Can you see it? The cryptid? Do you see it? It's huge. It's massive. It is a giant stick bug looking thing. Can you see it on
A
the
delicate
left?
tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
We blink. It is almost impossible to see.
It's still there, an unfolding mechanism.
We point.
chitin.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
The giant stick insect. Probably 4 or 5 times our size. Look, it's walking towards us. Do you see it moving? It's leaning in head first.
There's nothing there.
It's leaning its head up and looking around.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head.
I just did not expect this, man. We founded the Insulindian phasmid that's not supposed to exist.
You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster. But you don't have a gun.
There it is.
Tell me what you see, damn it.
Kim, can you see
I can't
it?
make out.
I can see it.
Kim's not going to take this well.
4 simple words, thank God. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence.
Be very, very careful.
Kim says that as he takes a step toward the giant. Kim, what are you doing, man? Well, guess we go talk to it, right? Yeah, there it is. What's up, psycho?
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head, like reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
We're going to listen carefully. We're going to tell Kim, the cryptozoologist, told us about this thing.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. Looks like a camera. Yes. No. The flash will scare the creature. Warn him now.
Kim, the flash is loud. Don't do it.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
It might kill us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple
No.
through
Stop.
the
Let me
phasmid's
approach first.
limbs.
Stop.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
And get killed?
You see the phasmid turn to him. Its mandible antennae
Kim, wait.
reaching out.
Just listen to
Its
me.
motion.
I don't think the pheromone will do anything.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you. Its antennae taking
We're
their
going to
measure
talk
of the
quietly
air.
to the cryptid.
Slowly.
Don't be afraid.
Nothing changes in the cyclical brain motion. Its insect mind is impenetrable to your reasoning.
An 83% chance we can approach carefully. We walk closer.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks. Sweat drips from your brow. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you. To hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds.
We
and
slowly
its
raise our
eyes
hand.
are like the insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. Suddenly, there is silence.
We raise our second hand.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you, praying to you.
We whisper, that's right, pray.
Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god.
I'm Harry.
No reply.
We
A
stand on our
total
tippy
ancient
toes.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip.
Kim, its mouth is
It
foaming.
looks to
Careful. It may be poisonous.
the foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel.
We have a
as the insect
72%
moves
chance
its
to
mouth
quiz
parts,
this
masticating. The little bubbles
supernatural
begin to
creature.
burst,
What are you doing?
by one.
I exist.
You know, I also exist.
Tell me what it's like for you.
It's great.
Yes, Holy is the Lord of hosts. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon.
Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding.
Okay.
I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache.
Well, I'm glad to be me.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass, even when you're sleeping. And when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
We're trying our best.
That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you. And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But
What
not me,
exactly
because
are
I'm just a
you?
leaf eater. I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
Okay.
I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through four forms of government and two scientific
Okay, I'm a
revolutions.
detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Killers.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration.
So this creature probably does something to destroy his mind somehow, huh? I only quicken his deterioration.
Very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads.
See, there it is.
But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
Remember he said there's holes in my brain, I forget decades. This creature, the reason no one's seen it for hundreds of years, there's something it secretes that makes sure we don't notice them, but interferes with the way our brains work, right?
No, you are awake. Not even the birds know that. Not I think.
Wait, so
Yes, they don't mind. Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little. No, the pale too. King, it is a nerve
Okay.
violet. We suspect
instead of there, you exhale thought.
everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day? Or just please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sign, and open them to.
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like, Kim?
You're just staring at it. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
Yes. Sort of, yeah.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
I agree, Kim.
No, there is one more.
No.
A series of chirrups surrounds you, like swallows on a
All right, here we go. We're
cliffside
taking the
as
picture.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash.
Well, we
It
got the
stands
photo.
frozen before you.
I got it.
We're going to back off after we carefully pet. Just kidding. We back off.
A shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing.
We
where it
disengage
left off.
slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Gone. Just like that.
And just like that, it's gone, and something under it. In the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds.
It's gone.
Wait, it left something behind for us.
Apparently, yeah. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should...
What now?
Our suspect is not...
Hold on. What did we find? What did we find? Clothing? A hat? Something we can interact with. We found Khaleesi's passport. Here we go.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
That's right. She never even gave us that name. This is like the third or fourth name she's told us is her name. She's just lied about everything always.
Classia's hidden documents from the MT boy.
Look at the photo.
It's Klasia, with short
Look at the
black hair.
name.
She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith.
That's right.
Anouk Meyer.
This is the third,
Smith.
fourth, or fifth name. Complete deception.
Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be...
She
her
lied again.
real-
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time.
What's her real
In a
name,
way,
huh?
She's still... I don't know. But it was... Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's. Or like a magpie? I can see how the...
A curious octopus would do
An octopus belongs to a very different class.
We found the passport. Oh my goodness. So to be fair, wait, what do we got here? Inspect the phasmid. So the phasmid's also been messing with this guy's mind. Awesome, great. Some mysterious, ancient, supernatural creature. Great. Like he needed that extra push. Dude.
What is it?
Something is very...
Mr. Dross
The man does not respond. He keeps staring.
is going into some kind of psychomotor immobility.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
And the creature.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Yep.
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
I think that creature puts off some hormone that messes with human brains.
You mean pheromonal?
Yes.
The scope, knowing of her bruises, his disposition toward Miss Oran, that could be part of...
No response.
Then how did we see it? Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical... He was energetic. It does not seem... I mean, why not? It's 3 meters. You should be more careful, detective. Are you... A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that. He did seem distressed. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this.
No one would believe you without it. He stares into the nothing. No.
Did you take this passport and other? He hears us. The spirit?
He calls it the spirit. There you go.
No reply.
Try something else?
I lost.
He turns his eyes to.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a Mac. This site is a T9, Mr. Dross.
Silence. Not even the plastic cape. The blacks of his eyes are. The strength has all gone out of him.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help.
Well, let's see here. We got the murder weapon, the murderer. We find out what happened to the old foreman. We've got the cryptid, proof it exists. I mean, that's pretty big too. I mean, this could not have gone better. We have the murder weapon. We have a full confession. We have someone with motive, means, opportunity, reason to do it. In addition to all of that, we found some spooky cryptid who the cryptid told us, hey, look, our part of how we stay hidden is we mess with your brain. Some kind of chemistry, hormonal response thingy-majingy. I mean, it's done. Think? I mean, what more could... I guess we need to report in. I mean, I guess that's the other bit. I keep thinking just the credits are going to roll, but every time I think that's going to happen, like, I thought that was going to happen when we got close to Ruby.
The skiff is swaying on the.
Let's. We are done here.
But maybe we need to report back to our station.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. But for the sound of you reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Hope she's happy. Okay, well, I guess we check our journal. Use the boat to return to the mainland. I guess we're not to the mainland yet. Maybe we run. Oh, cops, coppers.
Look what the tide brought him.
It's Jean? No way.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Like you care, Jean.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
Really? Really, guys? This is bothering you?
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant.
Thanks, Jean.
Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Oh.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you. We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Who are you people? Whacked a little crazy, why not?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
We've never met.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
Wait, these are the people that came with us? Where have they been this whole time?
Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Why?
Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later. But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
No, Kim, you should stay here, man.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
What's this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
Okay.
My background is in something else entirely.
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
Where have you been this whole time?
Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
Well, I don't know.
Sure. You're not a superstar Lao official. Talk on the town is your Guillaume Le Million reincarnate. I know this shit.
You mentioned the
Nothing
task
has
force.
changed. Yeah. Major Crimes Unit. Under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar.
Refresh my memory.
Refresh your memory?
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Oh, that's it. Other people have...
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial?
See? There. He's due. It's a major crime.
The 41st isn't...
Okay. I mean, this is just obnoxious, man. Let me get this straight. This whole time we've been here, our own police dudes who are supposed to be helping us have been just here to be, like, not helpful, just following us around, staying out of the way, judging us. You've just been spying on me.
Yes, I was spying on you. I was in the bar, wearing away against stupid sunglasses. I heard you lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was...
In the crowd, there was a man and a woman in RCM uniform.
You've got to be kidding
we
me.
were in a hurry.
This whole time you've been here, refused to help us. You've seen the struggles. You saw us get shot. This is crazy, man. These people are the worst.
Yes, I'm Trant Heilestam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heilestam.
What are you consulting on here, Trant?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on.
Yeah, how do you know I was going to be here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Yeah, I saved him and he betrays me?
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building. I don't know. It had
Okay,
shit
what do you
written
guys want?
all
Like,
over
are you
it.
kidding me? Like, you're not even like our boss. You're just supposed to be... I'm like so mad at these people.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat. He's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia. Episodic and...
Meaning, you forgot both who...
As displayed in a station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Something sad happened and I lost track of myself as a defense mechanism. How about that?
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I keep my shit together.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After...
The two cases, those cases were...
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
Look, this has me like just exhausted. We do everything in our power to solve this case. We finally solve this case. We come back and it's the Spanish Inquisition. They brought a third-party outside consultant to try and figure out how stable we are. And all the consultant has said is, hey, look, he's actually doing really fine. And then my own partner, my own coworkers at the police station are just harassing us when this guy's actually defending us. Is the worst, man.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
Yep.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
Yep.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a crétin now? I want to know that.
Look, it's really simple, Gene. He just said that the job's really tough and we're really good at it. But because we're so good at it and the way we're good at it is really hard on us. So we had a small breakdown. Relax, Gene.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready.
No one even mentioned that. Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really, Gene? We're just going to stand here because you didn't get the answer you wanted? Gene wants us dead and behind him.
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
It was stolen.
Jacob Irv? I know who Jacob Irv is. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Here's my badge, no problem.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
58% chance we throw it to him, or it falls on the ground. All right, catch.
Not today, badge.
Behold, my badge.
And your gun?
All of a sudden, he's unimpressed. He makes it seem like showing us his badge is proof. We show it to him, and he's like, it doesn't even matter.
As if having your badge and gun are natural stakes, not achievements.
I'm still working on finding it, you fool. You already knew that.
But you haven't, because you're drunk. You lost your gun, and you're drunk. You're a drunk, gunless bum. I can't smell it.
This is crazy. We haven't had a single drink. I'm not drunk. I've never drank a single time in the whole case.
Well, Harry, you let the suspect escape. Ruby something. You were too drunk to take her in,
I just told you we haven't been drinking, Gene.
We've read the reports. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
She didn't know anything.
Oh, well. If you think she didn't know anything, I'm not even gonna get into the 80 other suspects you failed to arrest.
Well, Gene, you could have helped us on the case, partner, instead of just following behind us and marking how we didn't do things the way you thought we should have. Gene's the worst. I hope he dies.
Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing, compared to the 8 people who were gunned down.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Don't forget it, stupid.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation.
And let's not
Loss of
forget,
life was minimal compared to what it could have
we
been.
solved the case.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
It's so much better if he does this.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
See, Gene just doesn't like us. It's the same facts on both accounts.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
Boom.
See?
Boom, boom.
1 week.
Yep.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. He says disco about 20 times a day. It's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped working on the case. He is tireless, madly driven.
We owe Kim a drink, huh? That being said, Kim's just being honest. Those are the facts.
And he solved it, near perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator. Locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation.
Actually, on the bottom right, you can see it's day 6, not even in a week. Less.
He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
I was hoping he would have mentioned the new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
They're not going to believe us, but we have a photo.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
We say nothing.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Yes, it emits a pheromone that degrades your memory, your mind, and the killer's mental degradation is significant.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
Yep.
So it is connected.
Yep.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
Darn you, Gene. You were just here to fire me. His mind was already made up. You're the worst, Gene.
Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
We have a strong motive from the killer.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Correct.
The customs this man's...
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Yep.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory.
Of course, excuse...
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
None of these are not quite right. It wasn't entirely jealousy. It was, but it was more than that. As I think the woman and the mercenary represented kind of all the things right and wrong with the world at the same time, and seeing them together just broke him. He killed the mercenary.
Jealousy. I thought this Lilianovich was an old man.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant.
Correct.
Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
Full confession, boys.
It's a clean win.
It's more than a clean win. It's perfect. We're the best. We're the superstar. Come on.
Oh, it's way more than that.
They're going to teach this case in cop school. It's a masterpiece.
Masterpiece. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
That's your problem, Gene, not mine.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It will pass in time.
Also, our killer assassinated the previous head of the union and was asked to do so by the current leadership.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open.
And eyes, too.
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
Also, the Doom commercial area mystery. Solve that.
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is. Why?
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene.
Of course.
Dodged a bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting
Also,
time.
the phasmid uses the reeds as a nest.
Female?
You had to see it.
Incredible.
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Including a passport of one crucial witness to the murder.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from any...
Bowers are built by males of the species.
Must be...
It could maybe roll it. Like a dung.
I think it... whatever.
As in cloning itself? What make... Well...
That make...
Very interesting.
In his mind,
All right.
he's already planning a naturism.
Yes.
Incredible.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely. This is...
Without it,
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still.
We solved the case. We followed every lead to their conclusion. We gathered the facts and the evidence. We found the killer. We found the murder weapon. We got a full confession. What happens next, boys? Why are we still standing here?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
That's right. I'm on trial here. Can you believe that? They didn't even tell me till now.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Okay.
Jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Quick question. Kim, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
With your captain?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
True, true.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Good luck, Kim.
No. Good luck with your report.
As Kim says that to us, wishing us good luck and goodbye, he smiles warmly.
Damn it. Yes, that. We're looking at a real brick here.
I'm
Sooner
ready.
You start.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Okay.
The great district hums in the slowly falling snow. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the white horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time.
It's time. If you like this video, click like. YouTube channel members to support what I do. I'm Vadd, and this has been Disco Elysium. We solved the case. We cleared our name. We made a friend. We stopped a killer. And so much more. As we load into the motor carriage and travel back home. Gene. Oh my goodness. We were shot, you know. Nice to have a little help. Like we said to Kim earlier, it's hard work. Very hard work. But we've done a good job. We've done our best job. And sometimes your best is just good enough to get it done.